China aspires to be a global superpower, and that doesn't mean hegemony over everything. It means that it will be the dominant force in its own part of the world and also have extensive engagement in other parts of the world. South China Sea you mentioned, but Europe and Africa as well. And indeed, Chinese officials' foreign policy extends all the way to those countries as well. 5 years ago, we talked about China being primarily an economic superpower, focusing on high tech and exports and so forth. And this growth under President Xi in the past 5 years, which you so accurately described, is indeed alarming. The red lines, which we used to say constrain China's behavior, its economic ties with the West, its engagement in the global international system, now seem to be weakening, and that is, of course, of great alarm. In the space program, for example, again, which you correctly described, this is an area that's unregulated by arms control treaties that we've built up with the Russians over the past 60 or 70 years. Space is essentially an open frontier, and of course, as you said, China is taking advantage of it. So these are all alarming developments. These are all indicators that over the long run, China sees itself as a global player, at least as influential to the United States. And that goes for Taiwan, but it goes for every other country, and they're all over the world, where China has its economic and now increasingly military ties. So it's very alarming. There are downsides to China's effort to do all this. We could talk about those, but the general tendency has been to increase assertiveness on much more than the economy and the military and in space in particular.